Hello, hello, your insurance exam queen here. And I want to share something with you that I was not always this amazing, incredible, confident queen that you see on my videos, that you see in the Facebook group that is just able to blast out whatever it is that I want to talk about and be all giggly and happily. That there was actually a time where I was like super riddled with anxiety and stress and overwhelm. Very much like I see a lot of you when you're studying for the exams and you're like, this isn't meant for me. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I feel so lost. Like, I just feel like destroyed as a person trying to pass this exam. I used to kind of almost live my everyday like that. And what I want to share with you is some of the inner work that I have done so that I can show up as a confident, a credible, awesome, a powerful queen that you know me to be now that I am today. And so, what I would like to do is invite you to an opportunity with me and my sister, Sarah, who's absolutely amazing and incredible. You're going to love her just like you love me. And she is going to share with you because, like, so a lot of the inner work that I have done has been working with my sister. She is this incredible, amazing person who helps people understand their emotions, understand our feelings and how to manage our emotions. And one of the big things that is not, as a school teacher coming from the school, one of the big things we don't teach is about emotions. Most of us in childhood had to suppress our emotions because our parents didn't know how to manage emotions. And any display of emotion as children would trigger our parents into being angry or upset. And so we learn to suppress our emotions. And so when we come to take this test and we're studying and we feel all these emotions, we try to suppress them and then we see the fail and then it all just burbles over into this big, like, "Wah!" And we don't know how to manage and deal with our emotions. We don't know that we can choose something other than anxiety. And so much of the work that I have done has been with my sister. And she has created this beautiful, amazing program where she shows the inner work, a lot of the inner work that I have done to go from running in anxiety. Like it wasn't that long ago, right before I became a teacher of the insurance exam. So I wasn't, I've been teaching the insurance exam for almost 10 years now. I haven't always been the queen. Before that, I was just a corporate worker. And even that too, like the journey it went on to become a corporate worker to an entrepreneur making, tons of money. And I would love to also be able to like help people do that too. Like so much of the insurance career allows you to go from stuck in this like W-2, I have to be safe, job mindset, but you could actually step into this, incredible mindset where you know that you're always fully and divinely supported and, make a business and you can make a business in insurance. You can make this a lifestyle where you change the financial future for you and your family forever. But it's not something like if you don't have the emotional capacity, if you're riddled with anxiety, if you don't know how to turn the anxiety off and turn the excitement on, it's not a journey that you can really take successfully or without a ton of stress. It's just add more stress on top of stress. So much of my journey and who I am has been learning from my sister and learning how to manage my emotions and learning that I can choose something other than anxiety and learning that if I can understand why I make the decisions that I make, if I can understand why I feel the way that I feel, that I could choose something different. So I want to invite you to an opportunity this Saturday. We're going to be going live, my sister and I, to talk about the inner work, the inner journey that I have taken so that I can become the amazing, confident queen that you know that I am today. But there was a time where I was stressed and overwhelmed. And like I said, right before I got the insurance exam queen job, I was like in my early 30s and I had shingles, no, like late 20s. I was in my late 20s and I had shingles down my back, which is something you're not supposed to have until you're like 60 something. But I was so stressed out. I was so overwhelmed by my life and what was going on and the thoughts that were plaguing my mind constantly that I had shingles down my back. My cortisol levels were through the roof. I had plaque psoriasis popping up all over my body. And I knew that something had to be different. I knew that there had to be a change. And I ended up completely quitting my teaching career. In terms of the school system, and eventually I found my way into teaching the insurance exam. But I was so stressed, I was so overwhelmed, I was so riddled with anxiety that I went to the Mayo Clinic because I'm like, I've got this problem, this problem, this problem. I'm like, something must be intricately wrong with me. And they said, you have high functioning anxiety. And they handed me a meditation CD. And while that is great and all, like that was not like meditation is wonderful and beautiful and amazing. And I would encourage you to do it. But I needed something more. And it's so beautiful that through the years of work that I've done with my sister, she's now created this beautiful, incredible program that just grabs and captures everything, all the inner works that we've done to be able to be who we are today. So I'd like to invite you to this opportunity. It's not related specifically to insurance, but it could be everything related to insurance. When you think about, in order to run a wildly successful multi six-figure business in the insurance agency, you're going to have to do some inner work where you're not running with overwhelm and you're not running with stress. You need to run with enjoyment, with peace, with satisfaction. And these are all the things that my sister is going to teach in her program. So I'd like to introduce you to that program. Join us this Saturday. All the dates and the details will be in the emails or the links and whatever's. I kind of forget the time right now as I'm making this video. But I would love to see you there. I would love to show you the inner work and the inner journey that I have taken to become the queen. And I would love to invite you to take that journey as well. So sending you all the loves, all the vibes, to have an amazing day. See you on Saturday.